Right, when I put the dash in, it was a bit lumpy and didn't seem to line up with the spider. So I've added little clips, as you can see, in aluminium. Obviously this is the underside, which hopefully the actual dash panel will squeeze in between. And I've added some rubbers, or a rubber surround, on the actual dash panel as well, so it should make it a nice good fit. Well, that's the theory. Let's put it together and see. Right, a bit more an update on the bodywork. Didn't quite go down as planned, quite a few misalignments. For starters, at the back here, this area on the sill came out to here, so I had a big lip there, so I've had to do a cut up there, remove some material, bring that back to line it up with the top part, and put some filler in there. So that's coming along. And then we come down to this end, just move along a little bit. The spider isn't in the right position at the moment. Wants to come back to about there, and it needs about a 10mm filler to bring it up to the right height. And the rear clip, again, you can see I've got a taper there, so that needs to be filled. So that's the driver's side. Also had to do a cut. I put a spacer in at the moment, again in the spider, to bring this out, was it dropped in well below the rear clip. That had just been too much filler. So that's got to be filled, and fiberglass from the inside, and ditto down there. And then if we move over to the other side, this side was a bit worse. What I had to do here, again, the sill came out quite a lot past the actual rear clip. So again, I've done a big cut all the way down, brought it in, fiberglassed it on the inside, brought it level with the aluminium. But then the rear clip came down and didn't line up, it was too far in, so I've had to build up now there on the rear clip, so that will need sanding down. The good point is I've got a good gap along there. It will pull down a little bit more. There we are, good gap there. It will pull down a little bit more, it's just that I've got a lot of filler there is holding it up. And the rear spider, nice position there. Again, it will need a little bit of packing under there to bring it up slightly to give me a panel gap. But apart from that, that's all looking good this side. Right, on the inside of the rear clip, I had a few problems again trying to line it up to start with. We had the left hand side, so I'm now looking rear clip, left hand side inside. The whole body was in too tight. It wanted pushing out to line up with the sill and the chassis. So what I had to do was some major work. I had to do a big cut, as you can see there, running all the way up and up to the top there. And then had to do some cuts, where are we, across there and there, and to generally pull the bodywork out, and then brace it with some aluminium at the moment. So I'm about to fiberglass that in, so that will then become permanent, and obviously fiberglass on the other side as well. So that's the left hand side, and then on the right hand side, driver side, we had the opposite effect. And what I had to do here was to pull this one in, as it stuck out far too far. So again, what I've had to do here is I've had to do some cuts there and a cut there, and then remove some material and actually pull that in, and again hold it with some aluminium, and again going to fiberglass over that. Also up the top here, I've had to do the same thing, as you can see. So although I had to pull this part in, this part wanted pushing out. There's a twist in it. So as you can see up here, I've had to do a wedge in there and some cuts running down there to actually push that part out. So that's the job to do, fiberglass that, after I've done that one on the other side. So that's where we are with the bodywork. More to follow soon. Thanks for watching. Right, that's the finished job, all glassed over. All nice and wet at the moment. So give that a few hours to dry. And done the other side. So at some point I've got to do the underneath, and that will then complete this side. Right, this is the rear clip again. It's up in the air at the moment, just pivoted back. There was a line, which is obviously the correct line running there. This was higher than that, but not a lot in it. And then over on the other side, there was actually nothing there at all. So I've done a slight fill there. I'm going to blend in again on this side here. Had a slight problem around there and there. That's where some air has got into that corner when it was being laid up. So I ground it all out and have to fill that in. That's the only area I could see that was bad. All the other corners look good. So that's my next job to do, is another coat of filler on there and to fill in along there and sand it back.